So as you can see, I have on a double sweater. You know why? Because it's fucking freezing in this. Hello everyone, it's Maddie the Aspie, and I hope you all are having a spectacular day. Thank you so much for tuning in to my newest video, and if you haven't already, the link to last week's video is in the description box below, so go check it out. Thanks. Today I'm feeling a bit nostalgic, so I would like for us to take a trip down memory lane. Back in the mid to late 2000s, I would always go on Bergen Avenue with my grandmother. This was in Union City. We would always walk up and down Bergen Avenue, going into the shops and eating at the nearest restaurant that was there, whether it was like a fast food chain or a regular like Hispanic restaurant. We would just be out there possibly till dark even. It was really fun. I remember going up to Union City where my grandparents and my auntie used to live. Every Friday after school, I would always sit in front of one of those like old-timey 2000s box TV, and I would watch kids shows from like Noggin or PBS Kids. Every Friday night whenever my aunt came home from work, she would always order pizza for us. I would always eat like more than 2 slices, but that was back when I was like 7 or 8 years old. I remember when my grandparents first moved to Bayonne, my grandmother and I would always walk up and down Broadway, and we would always stop at the McDonald's and we would always have lunch there. Most of the time because I begged her to take us there, but sometimes she just took me there because she wanted to and she loved me. She still loves me, but Back when I was around 6, I would always go to the First Street Park in Bayonne with my mom and my stepdad. We would always look out the Kilvan Col, which is where the Bayonne Bridge is located. We would always look at the cargo ships going under the bridge back and forth, and we would always play soccer, and we would always run around, and we would walk and everything like that. This was of course when my mother was in a healthier state. I'm not saying she's crippled, but her knees aren't as perfect as they were when I was 6 years old. Back when I was 12 or 13, I remember me, my mom, and my stepdad, we would always have what is called family time, which is pretty much playing Wii Sports, Scrabble, or War, the card game, if anybody's familiar with that. I consider War to be a pretty fun game. I mean, it is pretty funny sometimes, I mean, if you play the game of War, then you understand what I mean. Finally, I remember hanging out with some of my friends from high school, walking around all over Bayonne, hanging out at the park and eating at our favorite pizzeria and just being weird, just being loud and everything. We weren't ghetto. Let's just say we weren't being ghetto. We were just being obnoxiously loud and weird. I remember it was me and 4 other people, and it was, we were having a really fun time. I really enjoyed that. But things have changed. My grandmother is now in a nursing home since January of this year. My mother has developed arthritis in her knees and her hand as well, if not both hands. She is working towards losing weight. She has been doing a pretty good job at it. She's eating healthier. She's trying out new recipes, healthier recipes, and that's good. But we're just trying to see where this goes in regards to the arthritis situation. My aunt isn't as physically strong as she used to be, but she is slowly getting her strength back. And as for my friends, I've lost a few of them. Things didn't really work out. There was a lot of misunderstandings and there was a whole lot of miscommunication that I feel like both me and the other party were in the wrong. Now that I look back, I realize that I was in the wrong as well. There are things that I would like to just rewind back in time and change, but unfortunately that's not how life works. You have to deal with these consequences that come with the choices that you make. With all the memories of me being little being said, I'm older now. I'm 22 years old. I'm about to be 23 next month. I guess I can say I've pretty much changed too. I've gotten to be a bit smart. Well, I mean, I'm not saying I'm dumb, but I mean, I've come to be smarter. I've learned a lot more from the people in my life, as well as, everything around me. But all these changes that I've dealt with, like growing up until now, it's just been really difficult for me because, first off, I wasn't really mentally or emotionally ready for it. These changes, they all come so fast. Like, my aunt went through a traumatic event that caused her and my grandparents to move out of their Union City apartment and into Bayonne, which was fine by me because, hey, I don't have to take the train anymore to visit them, right? But still, I mean, I pretty much grew up in that apartment that I called my second home, with my mom being my first home. Another reason why change is difficult is because I guess I might have gotten like too comfortable with like what had been going on around me. Like, I've gotten too comfortable with sitting in front of the TV and watching PBS Kids in the evening after school, sleeping in between my grandparents every night in their bedroom and stuff whenever we used to go to sleep. I think it's just the smallest things or the littlest things that I just took for granted, and sometimes I just wish I can go back to those times, and unfortunately I can't. I feel that that these changes are pretty much a lesson for me to learn. Everyone and everything will change regardless, because pretty much time waits for no one. And that's what my mom has told me. I long for things to be back the way they were. I wish that I could be a kid again and walk up and down Bergen Avenue, Union City, with my grandma, and go into the shops and everything and beg her to buy me food. I wish that I could go back to those times where I was a 6-year-old and I would go to the park with my mom and my stepdad, and we would play soccer, and we would eat lunch, and we would look over the Kilvan Col, and we would look up at the Bayonne Bridge. I wish I could go back to to those times where, where my aunt would order us pizza every Friday night, because, I mean, Fridays are fun, right? Fridays are still fun. Friday's a feel-good day for me. I don't know about you guys, but, Friday's a good day for me. But unfortunately, no matter how much I wish I could do all these things again, that's not really how life works. And, time is not gonna wait for you. It'll just keep going. My last reason why change is very difficult for me is because, for a person who doesn't really like a change in routines, a change in life can be pretty traumatic for me as well. But aside from all of this, change can be a good thing too. Everybody changes. We all grow and we all mature every day. Every year we're a year older, and which means we're wiser, and we learn from everyone and everything around us. With these changes that are coming, these changes that are still coming along the way, this gives us great opportunities to make new memories with the people that we love, and pretty much new people that we've come across over recent years. I'm starting to create memories with my new friends that I've made here in Florida. My best friend, who's originally from Orlando, and also my film buddies who live right over here. You make new memories. Even though people change, the memories don't. And the memories will always be the same forever. In conclusion, change can be hard to handle, but in the end, it's a part of life, and we just have to roll with it. I know it kind of sucks for me to say that, but I kind of had to learn that the hard way. I cannot stress that enough. Change is a part of life, and we just have to roll with it. But always remember to never forget the wonderful, awesome, amazing memories that you've made with your loved ones and your friends. Even if you're not friends with those people anymore, you cherish those memories forever, whether it's through pictures, videos, memorabilia, etc. And pretty much change pretty much has the best of both worlds. It can be pretty bad, but it can be pretty good too. if you've done a lot of growing up, then you pretty much understand. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, the link to last week's video is in the description box below. So if you haven't already, go check it out. Give it a thumbs up, as well as with this video as well. My shop, Aspie's All Around, is still up and going. I am gonna add new stuff, I promise. I just have to take care of like some personal stuff first, such as like moving out of here. Do check out Aspie's All Around. Link is in the description box below. And also the Maddie the Aspie blog, the link for that is in the description box below. So go check it out, give it a read, and like and comment. And as always, like and subscribe to Maddie the Aspie. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into a very emotional, deep video, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Shoo!